Expectations are for Kimberley's last remaining diamond miner, Ekapa Mine, to start retrieving bodies later today. 5 miners have been trapped 890 meters underground since last Tuesday, with intensified pumping and drilling not yielding any results. Mineral Resources Minister Gwede Mantashe paid the mine another visit on Friday after it reported that it will be shutting its doors. Newzroom Afrika's Ntokozo Khumalo has been following the developments closely and joins us now. Ntokozo, talk to us about the operation that will be undertaken today. Is there any plan that has been communicated with the public on how this will be done? Have you spoken to affected family members, and what are they telling you?
Good morning, Linda. Indeed, we were out in the township of Opopeng a little bit earlier on, where it literally is a mining community, where a lot of the community members there are either workers here at Ekapa or former mine workers. Remember, there was a round of retrenchments that took place late last year, and some of the workers still in limbo when it comes to their salaries. So we did hear rumors earlier on that the mine had managed to retrieve one body, but we got confirmation now from the Department of Mineral and Energy Resources that that is not true. It is perhaps some excitement, as that word is getting through, that the company is getting closer to reaching those miners that, of course, have been stuck 890 meters underground in Tunnel 6 since last week, Tuesday. So I suppose just that anxiety of people looking to see results, at least see those bodies come up from underground. But the mine, as well as the department, confirming that it's not true. They have not managed to retrieve any of the bodies yet, but they are making progress in being able to drill through. More than 20,000 cubic meters of water have been pumped out. Intensified drilling since last week, really, to try and penetrate through. Over the past few days, they were able to get air into one of the tunnels. But remember, the Minister Gwede Mantashe, had already from last week Friday said that from his experience as a miner, the family should take it that the mission is moving away from a rescue mission to now a body retrieval mission. So that's where we stand right now. We are getting some of the community members and former miners as well that are coming together again outside of the mine to see if there's any updates. But as it stands, Linda, nothing yet when it comes to those 5 miners, as well as really no details around the workings of the liquidation that the company did announce late last week, that it would be applying for liquidation, on what that means for the miners that still were working. Because last week when we were here, Linda, operations actually were carrying on. We were seeing people come in and out for their shifts, but I still see the parking lots across from me here now is empty today, something that we haven't seen over the last 2 weeks that we have been here. So perhaps a sign that the company is slowing down on some of their operations as they try to then intensify finding those 5 mine workers. So those are the details that we've received from the mine. The families also sharing similar details that they've received, saying that they've heard nothing further on the status of those 5 miners, Linda.
Ntokozo, talk to us about communication and how the mine has been communicating with those families. You're telling us right now that community members are going to be gathering around the mine to get a glimpse of how that operation will take place. But is there any sense of communication that the mine has been undertaking with community members, particularly the families that are affected here?
Well, when you think about the kind of communication family members would be expecting in such a situation, Linda, communication has not been as forthcoming as it really should be. You would expect that every hour or on the hour there would be some sort of update. So I got sight of some WhatsApp messages that were sent with me, family members asking for status and being blue-ticked, getting no response at all when it comes to that. The last updates that one family member shared with me is something that they received about 2 days ago, and really it was then management apologizing for them being laxy-daisy when it comes to their communication, saying that their focus is on ensuring that they do retrieve those bodies, which is perhaps why communication has not been so great. They were even saying, Linda, that the way they were communicated to by the minister when it comes to whether their loved ones are still alive or not, many of them saying that they were seeing from our reports what the status is, that they had not heard from them. And even when the minister said that after his visit last week, Friday, they would then be going to see the families disputing that and said that all they received was a minute's update via the form of email or WhatsApp, and not the department itself or the management of the mine itself coming through to the families. They did have a meeting here at the mine, and that was one of the last physical meetings that the mine had with those families, and that was last week, Linda. So that speaks to just the level of communication. But in terms of where the families or those 5 miners are right now, let's take a listen to what Minister Gwede Mantashe had to say when he was here at the mine yesterday.
What we encountered there, we saw the level of water is quite high, and as they bring it down, it continues to come back the following day, it rises. That is where the biggest problem is. And the second one is drilling that is being done is quite far from where the bodies are. And everybody estimates where the bodies are. We hope that we can find those bodies rather than keeping a hope that they are alive. If you are away from 17th to today in a mud rush, as a mine worker I can tell you that I would easily do what I call presumption of death and assume that they are dead. But more important today will be briefing the families in detail so that they don't hold on a false hope. They must remember that there is a disaster in the mine.
Ntokozo Khumalo out in Kimberley following those developments as community members gather to watch that operation unfold. Now, as recovery efforts for those 5 trapped miners at Ekapa Mine get underway, let's